Hey guys, welcome back. Ironically, so now the third time I'm trying to shoot this. Both the first and the second time I've been interrupted. So let's hope for a just third time's a charm here. Today we're talking about Tangled. It's directed by Byron Howard and Nathan Greno from 2010, an animated musical fairy tale from Disney. Clearly, by the sounds of that, I am not the target demographic for that at all. No, not at all. It stars Mandy Moore as Rapunzel, Zachary Levi as Flynn Rider, Donna Murphy as Mother Gothel. There's a couple thugs in there. None of them really worth noting except for the Stabbington brothers, played by Ron Perlman of Hellboy fame, and Brad Garrett plays Hook Hand Thug. If you follow my Instagram, he was last seen playing Krang in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows 2016 disaster. It's got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm pretty well set on that's an earned score. I don't think it's too terribly inaccurate. Definitely, it feels like an 89% film. There's parts you can enjoy, there's parts you cannot like, but if you're the target demographic, which is probably like a 7-8-year-old little girl or teenage girl, then this movie's probably the most spectacular thing you've ever seen, and I think that's not a surprise. But for people like me who are recommended to watch this, then you're like, yeah, okay. My girlfriend helped me plan Disney Week, and she pretty much demanded this be in there, when all I was going to do was the entire Disney Renaissance. We're still pretty much going to do that, though. That's the next 6 days, is the Disney Renaissance, minus, I want to say, 2 movies, but I can never remember which ones they are. Off of a budget of $260 million, it made $592.4 million at the box office, which is damn good. I'll give it that. I did enjoy parts of this, especially the comedic bits, especially the bar scene before they break out into the musical number. And anytime Flynn Rider was on screen, I just enjoy Zachary Levi very much. Gothel was probably my least favorite character, and I know that's what it's supposed to be, but come on, Disney's always known for its actually compelling villains. Jafar is one of my favorite villains. Ursula's great. Scar is badass. And then you get Mother Gothel, who's just like, no, you can't go outside. Stay in your tower, yeah, bitch. No, you're the bitch. And again, I don't like how she treats Rapunzel, but we're not supposed to, and I think that's kind of pointless for me to say that I don't like her, but we're not supposed to, but I extremely did not like her as a villain at all. I got a lot of Shrek vibes from this, though. The unlikely hero goes in, saves the princess, and then they slowly fall in love with each other. Meanwhile, a villain is chasing them down, and then there's the animal toady. In this movie, it's Maximus, who was the best character in this movie by far. In Shrek, it's Donkey. Also one of the best movie characters by far. Maximus opposes Rapunzel. He does not want Flynn to go rescue her. But then he pushes Flynn further and further. You know, there's a lot of scenes where Flynn looks over at Maximus. There's one, I think he's got like a rose in his mouth, and he's kind of smiling weirdly, and like does the eyebrow thing, and then pushes him towards him. Very funny. Really cracked me up. The music, though, is a huge meh, too. Again, I'm spoiled by the Disney Renaissance having these great songs. Huge. I like to call them bangers. A lot of my friends call them bangers, so we call them bangers only in this group. But of course, I See the Light is probably the best duet from any Disney movie since Jasmine and Aladdin singing A Whole New World. I don't care if that's controversial, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking here. It's the best sense. It's not the best, but the best sense that. But you're always going to find people, including myself, if we had to rank the duets, A Whole New World is top tier. Other than that, though, it's definitely got some strange music. The whole bar song was weird, in my opinion. So, I took a few moments from this movie, but nothing too standout-ish. The whole last act, though, is probably the best part of the movie, and, you know, there's not too many people you'll find say that, but come on, I think a lot of people do agree with me on that. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It's not a bad movie, I'm not going to lie. Didn't know how I was going to feel about it, on top of the fact that my niece watches this one a lot. She'll run up to, if I'm watching them, she'll run up to me and go, Punzel, Punzel. Like, what the hell's a Punzel? Oh, Tangled, okay. And I'll know what she wants. Got her a Rapunzel doll for her birthday a few weeks ago. She was very excited. She threw it across the room and chased after it for 20 minutes. Hilarious, I promise you. But like I said, my niece likes this movie. My girlfriend likes this movie. She's the one who recommended it, so I'm glad that she did. At least I can cross that off the list and say, now I never have to watch it again. Tomorrow on YouTube, tonight on Instagram, we're going to watch The Little Mermaid. Again, I'm not the target demographic, but I can enjoy it a lot more than this, just because of a nostalgia factor. And like I said, we're going through like the whole Disney Renaissance tonight and for the next week. And that will include, I'm going to find out now. We're going to find out what movies I'm missing out of the Disney Renaissance. Let's see. Now, a lot of people are probably going to yell at me because I'm sure these are super obvious. Let's see. Can I just get a... Okay. Oh, okay. So, The Little Mermaid, The Rescuers Down Under, The Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Mulan, and Tarzan. I didn't think Tarzan was a part of that. Huh. You learned something new. So there you have it. I'm missing quite a few movies from the Disney Renaissance. For some reason, I blanked on the fact that Pocahontas was a part of this, even though I knew that fact. I definitely didn't know that The Rescuers Down Under was a part of it. And I forgot Tarzan was, to be perfectly honest with you. So, that'll be interesting. I hope that's in release order, because that's how I read it off. But anyway, a few updates. I might push back my Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7 review. I did watch the final episode today. Did tug on my heartstrings quite a bit. Even though you know what's going to happen and you know kind of who's going to live. It doesn't... I'll get more into that. But I kind of want to collect all of my thoughts first. But until then, it might be later on tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'm also looking into doing another top 10, but I can't decide on what I want that top 10 to be yet. Part of me is thinking like top 10 Disney movies just to keep with the theme of Disney Week. And I know a lot of you are like, you said it's Disney Week. You weren't going to do anything non-Disney. Star Wars is Disney now, folks. It's been that way for about 5 years. 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Some crazy amount of years like that. Get over it. It's a part of life now. And a lot of us like that. Well, I like what Disney's done from the TV aspect, but when I do my Star Wars reviews with my friend, I'll get into more of how I feel about the whole Disney Star Wars movies. But I don't want to start that little tangent now because this video will be 3 hours long. So until tomorrow or later on tonight, the world may never know, I may never know. I am Luke, and I will see you later.